Hello, hello, good evening. I'll just wait for a few of you to come on before I tell you what I am doing. Hope everybody's had a wonderful day. It's been absolutely beautiful here with the sunny weather. Hope it's been nice where you are. Please come on and say hello. Tell me where you're from, what you've been up to. Have you had a good week? It seems like forever since I've been on. Just do that and do that and do that, that and that. Hi, Joanne. How are you, my darling? Hi, Leslyn. Hope you're well. How are you, ladies, this evening? You can ask. Whether I can answer it or not is a different matter. But you can certainly ask, Leslyn. Just sharing the stream. Oh, bless you, Joanne. Is it nice and hot where you are? Glad you're good, Leslyn. I'm very well, thank you, Joanne. Now I've caught up with myself. I've had a bit of a week. Had some personal business to deal with, but yeah, it's all good. All good. Uh, yes, it has been a bit warm. Miss Douglas went to both. Oh, okay. Miss Douglas rents a bath at my salon. Why is she leaving? Oh, have you asked her why she's leaving? Hi, Patrick. How are you, my lovely? Hope you're well. Oh, you got a Polly Pussycat. That's not good. You said no reason. Well, maybe there isn't a reason. Maybe she just needs a change, Leslyn. You don't have to be psychic to work that out. Maybe she just needs a change of scenery, and maybe she feels that she's learnt all she can from where she is, and she needs a different mentor, different space, different faces, to bring on different experience and to help her progress into wherever it is she wants to go. Um, nothing lasts forever. Nobody wants to stay in one place forever. It's all about changes, my darling. Hello, Paul. From the USA. Very nice. Oh, we're going international now, aren't we? Right, so what am I doing this evening? I am reading from my new deck this evening, the Divine Guidance Oracle Pack. If you would like to see where you can purchase these, let me know and I will post the link in the chat for you. Or I'll just tell you where to get them from. Change is as good as a rest. Exactly, Patrick. Exactly. So I'll be reading from my cards this morning. As usual, Spirit might step in, they might not. But if they do, I will let you know. So let's see who I am drawn to. In fact, Leslie, I'll come to you first, my darling. Let's have a look. And you've got one of my unnamed cards. Okay. You have card number 78. Now, this reminds me of the Ace of Swords, and it also reminds me of the number 1. And this is all about new beginnings, standing ground, being grounded, and communication. If you see the blues and the greys in there, I feel like you need to compromise a little bit. I feel like there's a communication issue with yourself at the minute with the relationships that you're in. So if you communicate a little bit better and learn to compromise a little bit instead of digging your heels in and being stubborn about things, then things would move a lot more smoothly for you, I want to say. Not that I don't feel there's arguments or disagreements as such, but I do feel that there's a lot of tension around it. People don't quite know how to take you. Do you understand that at the moment? I feel like your moods are all over the place. One minute you're fine, the next minute you're all a bit what's the word, tetchy. You're a little bit irritable at times. Especially when things don't go your way, but you have the love and support of spirit there because you've got the white coming down and his feathers are open. So he's wanting to fly, and I feel this is very much like you. I feel like you're wanting to fly, but you're not quite getting where you want to be quite quick enough for you, I want to say. So this is all about having patience as well, standing still, reflecting and prioritizing. Does that make sense for you, my darling? I hope it does. And that's all I can say about that card, really. The Ace of Swords is all about victory as well. So I do feel whatever your endeavors are, you will be successful. But again, it all boils down to that communication and that compromise. Okay, my darling. So I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Let's go to Joanne Jones. Hello, Joanne. How are you, my lovely? Hi, Kirsty. I'm very well, thank you. How are you, my darling? Kirsty, let's have a look. Card for Kirsty Cook, please. I feel very tired with you, Joanne. Card for Joanne, not Kirsty. Sorry, Kirsty, you'll be next. I feel very tired with you at the minute, my sweetheart. I feel that you're not getting enough rest, and I feel like you're taking on everybody else's burdens. Would that make sense, my darling? You have the Hermit, and this is all about you isolating yourself. And I want to say that you need to have a little bit more light in your life. If you see that gentleman holding the light, it's almost like he's looking towards light and he's looking towards the future. And I feel this is what you need to do. I feel you need to stop taking on everybody else's burdens, and I feel like you need to concentrate on yourself and concentrate what you want for your future and for yourself. Now, this doesn't have to be very far in the future. This could be the immediate future at the present time, at the moment. Take things day by day, I want to say. Because this is very much about soul searching and discovering what it is that you need as opposed to what other people need from you. It's time to think about number one, Joanne. Okay, my darling. Oh, bless your heart. I'm so sorry to hear that. Lost both parents October and December and walked away from everyone. Yeah, I do feel very much like I'm in isolation, but you need to look to the future, my darling. You need to look at the positives that are around you rather than grief is a very funny thing. It can take the happiness out of your soul sometimes. So I'm not saying don't grieve. Obviously, grieving is unlimited. There's no time limit to grief, and everybody handles grief in different ways. But I want to say the more you try and look on the positive, the more you try and see that light. When you think about your parents, think about the good times rather than the loss. Think about what they were and how they were in the present, if you get my meaning. And that will help bring you to a happy mindset and help you see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, my darling. You need to get out. You need to talk to people, even if it's just a quick coffee for an hour with a girlfriend. Just have that conversation or invite them round for a natter and a chat and a catch up. Go out for a ladies' lunch, but you need to do something to get yourself out of the house and to get yourself mingling again. Okay, my darling? And I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me. Kirsty, let's have a look at you, my darling. Hi, Donna. Hope you're well, my darling. Kirsty. Oh, we came out at once then. Let's not be greedy. Let's have a look. Card for Kirsty, please. Card for Kirsty, please. Card for Kirsty. I feel like there's some waiting going on with you. It's like you've been waiting for something or you've been expecting something and it's just been going on and on and on and on. And it's got to the point now where you're feeling really frustrated. And no matter how much you try and put your point across, things don't seem to be moving very quickly. Would that make sense to you, my darling? You have the magic, you've got the magician, and this for me is all about manifesting and stepping into your own power. You have the power to make things happen. So whatever this is that you're expecting or waiting for, you have the power to make it happen. Okay, don't stop pushing for it. You need to push for it. You've got lots of blue there again, which is communication, and you've got the gold wings, which for me represents abundance, and you've got the red for strength. So even though you feel like you haven't got the strength for this at the moment, you really have got the strength. It's within you. You need to dig deep, my darling. Okay, don't give up just yet. It's so close to coming to fruition, and as I'm saying that, I'm getting goosebumps. Things have been a bit of a turntable because I'm seeing the swirly patterns in the middle, in the sun behind him. You've got the love and support of spirit. So spirit are helping you with this as well. Okay, my darling, you've got the swirly patterns there. I don't know if you can see them. That tells me that things have been a bit going around a bit like in circles, but it's not completed yet. But there is definitely change coming and it's all for the better, but you have to make it happen, okay? And you have the power and the magic to do that. So keep pushing, keep believing in yourself, keep believing it will happen, and eventually it will come. All right, you have the strength to do this, so don't give up and don't think you haven't, because you have. Spirit are giving you the energy. Okay, my darling, I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Patrick, let's give you a card, my lovely. Where's Patrick gone? There we go. Hello, my darling. Oops, I've knocked you off. How rude. Try again. There we go. Hi, my lovely. Let's see what card we get for you, shall we? This is the first time I've used these cards. I think they're working pretty well so far. What do you think? What do you think to the pictures? They're beautiful, aren't they? Oh, okay. You have the twins card, my darling. So I don't know if you are a twin or if you know of twins, but that's the obvious one for me at the moment. There's twins around you. But this is all about collaboration. This is all about reaching your soulmate. Now, your soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic involvement. It can be a friend, it can be a brother, it can be a twin, like you said, like it says on the card. But I want to say this is all about collaboration. It's about the meeting of two minds. So I do feel that there's some, of twins. I'm doing very well, thank you, my darling. Thank you for that confirmation. But this is all about the meeting of two minds as well. So I do feel there's talk somewhere with somebody to do with a business nature or to do with a contractual nature, not necessarily to do with physical work, but I feel this is to do with your spiritual work. I do know you do a lot of spiritual work, so I don't know. And I want to say I'm thinking of writing a book with you. There's some sort of discussion with a what do they call them, with ghostwriters, I want to say. So this is about finding somebody that's on your wavelength and that thinks the same way as you do, that doesn't change or edit what it is that you want to put across to the point where it's unrecognizable, which I know can sometimes happen with ghostwriters. You keep getting a book. Well, It's the first time I've read for you, my darling, and that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a collaboration, the meeting of two minds, and I'm getting ghostwriter with you. So I do feel there will be meetings or and talks of writing a book and getting a book together and published. And I do feel this is to do with your spiritual work. I do feel it'll be about healing. I know you're a healer. I do feel there would be some sort of some chapters on healing, but I also feel that there'll be some chapters on your struggles, on how you got into to doing what you do. Not so much a life story, but more of a um, lessons that can be learned and shared with others that are just starting out on their journey, if that makes sense. All right, my darling, but I do feel this will be very successful. You've got the gold in the background there, which is full of abundance. The women are happy and smiling, and they're cloaked in white. So I do know this is what Spirit wanting you to do. So if you've not already started this collaboration, they're telling you to get on with it, my darling. Okay, they really want you to do this book. All right, my lovely. So I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me, my love. Hi, Gloria from California. How are you, my lovely? Hi, Darian. If I don't say hello to you, it's not that I'm being rude and ignoring you. It's just when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. Hi, Sultana. Hi, Kirsty. Did I just give you a card, Kirsty? Sure I did. Did I not give you a card? I could have sworn I just give you a card, Kirsty. Let me know. Gloria, let's have a look for you, my sweetheart. Hi, Scorpio. Hope you're well. I'll try and get round to as many of you as I possibly can. You've got me for an hour. You've got me till 7:30. Okay. Gloria. A song called Gloria. Oh, oh, Gloria, you have the lover's card. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So this is about you feeling safe and secure um, where you're at the moment. You still have a little bit of anxiety, I feel. I feel there's trust issues surrounding a relationship at the moment. But I want to say that them trust issues are a little bit caused a little bit by you overthinking things. You've got the pinks and the blues, and you've got the light blues. So I do feel there's a lot of emotion tied around this card. You find it hard to let go. You find it hard to let people in, which I completely understand. But you've got the pink in there for love, for laughter, for fun, and for innocence. And I want to say, go into this with a childlike sense of innocence. Um, Not to the point of naivety, but to the point where you take every day as it comes and you're grateful for every moment. Do you know what I mean? Live for the day, live for the moment is what I want to say to you. Gloria, let me know if this is making sense. Um, the way the couple are holding each other, it's almost like a reassurance hold. It's telling you that I'm here, I'm with you, I'm for you, and everything's going to work out. So whatever these anxieties are that you've got, my darling, you need to let go, okay? Need to let go. Think back to your childhood and think back to how innocent things were, and look at things from the eyes of, look at the world like a child would, yeah, through the eyes of a child. All right, my darling, and things will ease up for you. Just think positive. think positive and you'll be fine. It seems to be the theme of the day today, positivity. Oh, excuse me, I needed to get rid of that cough. Right, let's see who's next. You're very welcome, Patrick. Donna. Let's have a look at Donna. Okay. Hold for Donna, please. I'm very well, thank you, Scorpio. Hope you're good. Hi, Helen. Hope you're well. Oh, second time this has come out, Donna. You've also got the Magician. Again, this is about you stepping into your own power and manifesting the changes that you want. I do feel that there's a lot of changes needed around you at the moment, especially to do with your friendship circles. I want to say there's some I wouldn't say tension, but I almost feel like there's some friendships that you've outgrown or that have outgrown you. And I do feel that some distance is needed between certain amounts of friends. Keep those closest to you close. Again, you do have that. I feel like I feel like there's emotion because I'm seeing the light blues as well as the dark blues. So I do feel there's a lot of emotion within this. So whatever's happened, it's definitely changed a friendship somewhere. Let me know if that makes sense, Donna, please. It is a very nice card, but again, this is about having inner strength, the strength to follow your intuition, to step into your power and to speak up and to just do you, okay, without taking on board any criticism. It does make sense. I'm glad. Thank you for that confirmation. But again, it's about having the magic and the belief. He's holding up the two candles, which I didn't see before. So he's holding up the lights. So I do know that whatever this is, you will succeed and you can succeed. You just have to believe that you can succeed. Okay. Believe it, see it, do it, say it. Say it, believe it, do it, see it, something like that. Anyway. So yeah. You've also got the number 4, and the number 4 for me, I want to say April is significant to you, but I also want to say to yourself as well that these changes will occur, and by the time April comes, things will have settled down a little bit. Okay, my darling. So I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Hi, Amy. Hi, Tammy. Let's have a look. Who else have we got on? Hi, Lynn. Scorpio. Let's come to you, my darling. You're very welcome, my darling. Gloria, if you missed your reading, you'll have to watch it back on YouTube. I did give you one, my sweetheart. Hey, Scorpio, speak to me. Scorpio by name and Scorpio by nature, I feel with you, Scorpio. I do feel you have a little bit of a sting in your tail. Oh, it makes sense. I'm glad, Gloria. Thank you for that confirmation. Let's have a card for Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. You're very welcome. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Now, these are my divine guidance deck. I'll show you the box. Beautiful cards. There we go. You can order them on SPTV if you want to order some. I do believe there's a few decks left. They're only limited edition deck, though. So there's only a few packs left if you want to grab a deck. Right, Scorpio. we have the death card. Now, don't panic. This doesn't necessarily mean a physical death. This could mean the death of a situation, the death of a troublesome time. In your case, I want to say this is you've done all the emotional healing that you can do. I feel like the light blue in the card is for yourself and it's for emotions. But I'm seeing lots of pinks and purples in this card, especially around the wings and around her dress. So I do feel that you've been taking on a lot of emotional healing. You're very much a Scorpio. Yeah, I get that sense from you, my darling. And yes, they are beautiful cards. I absolutely adore them. This is the first time reading from them tonight. So you're all honoured. You've all got the exclusive read. Scorpio, can you take a lady in spirit that had some sort of respiratory problem, either asthma or emphysema or something that struck that it made her chest really tight and she struggled to breathe and she had to keep coughing every time she kind of got out of breath. I know that sounds very generic, but what I mean is, like when she was talking, she had to talk really quick and then she had to take a breath and it ended up making her cough. Would you understand that, please? Let me know. Because I do feel I've got a spirit lady, a lady with me from the world of spirit, and I do feel this lady would have been grandma, and I do feel she would have been on mum's side of the family. And as I'm talking, she's putting her voice on me, and she's making me very croaky, and sort of, um, without meaning to sound disrespectful, she proper sounds like an old lady. So I do know that this lady would have reached old bones. And yes, that makes sense. Thank you for that confirmation. Now, grandma's come because you've got yourself into a bit of a pickle, my darling, I do believe. Or there's been a bit of a situation where you've been stuck in the middle. And this is where the death card comes in. She's drawing my attention to the black wings. Now, black for me is all about confidence and it's all about raising and standing tall and standing proud. But black can also hide a lot of flaws, and I do feel there's somebody in your circle that's been hiding a lot of flaws and are not who they have been claiming to be. Would that make sense to you, my darling? And grandma's telling me she's been watching this from above and she's been with you all the way and she's been trying to help and protect you from the negativity and from the trouble that this person is trying to manipulate. Does that make sense? I'll just wait for your response before I carry on. I do feel grandma wore spectacles as well, but I feel like that she made them sit right in the middle of her nose. She didn't like them pushed up too close to her eyes because she's saying they tickled her eyelashes. She had really long. Would you understand grandma having really long eyelashes? And every time she pushed the glasses up, the eyelashes would rub on the glass on the lens of the glasses. And that's why she used to sit with them on the bridge of her nose. But it's also so she could look up to people, look over the rim of her glasses when she was talking to people, and she would do this quite often, especially when she had something serious to say. I want to say, yes, this makes sense. I'm glad this makes sense to you, my darling. All right, well, Grant's come down because she's been keeping an eye on the situation. And the death card is all about ending the situation. It's time to end the situation. You've got to get the fire in your belly. Could be your mother-in-law. I got the impression it was a grandma vibration, my darling. But if you can take it as mother-in-law, you take it as mother-in-law. But I do feel she was more of a grandma figure. So would mother-in-law have been a grandma? Because that's the vibration that she's coming on. You must have been really close for her to come in on a grandmother vibration. She was a wise woman as well, this lady. She was very wise. Um she was a little bit of a chatterbox, And most of the time it would be general stuff that she'd talk about. It would be general chit chat about love, about life, about this, about that. But when she had something serious to say, it was you stood up and listened and you remembered her words of wisdom. Like there's some sayings that you still live by now that she would say, because they made so much sense and they rounded true. I always want to say bordering on philosophy, but she wasn't a philosophical person. She just lived through her experiences and her life lessons. I'm glad you can understand, my darling. I'm glad you can understand that. Um, but yeah, she's saying that this is time for you to stand up to yourself. So even though Grandma was a very loving and she was very happy. I feel the warmth from her. I feel the love from her. I feel the happiness. She was content. She was content with her lot. She worked hard for what she got. Um, she worked hard for her family. She worked hard for her husband. She worked hard for money. Um, she worked hard for the house. Um, I've always said I hope when I'm older I'm as happy and wise as her in my old age. There you go, my darling. Thank you for that confirmation. But yeah, she's saying it's time to put some of that wisdom into place yourself now, because this situation needs to come to an end, okay, my darling? So she wants you to speak up and she wants you to use your intelligence and use that wisdom to stop yourself from being piggy in the middle with this person that's trying to manipulate people. You know who it is, you know what it's about, and she's saying it's time it comes to an end. All right, my darling. And that's all Grandma's come to say. She's given me daffodils for you. I do know daffodils is representative of Wales, so there will be linked to Wales somewhere. And I do feel as well that the daffodils are for spring, so I do know that March will be a significant month for you. Um, Oh, it's fine, darling. You don't have to apologize. Sometimes it takes people a minute. It doesn't matter, honestly. But there's links to Wales and there's also links to March. So I do know that March would be significant for an anniversary or a birthday. I don't want to put it as a passing. So yeah, and the yellow is for upliftment, and again, it's for wisdom and knowledge as well. So take them daffodils with all her love. She's giving you a big hug, uh, and she's saying, just speak your mind, my darling, speak your mind. That's all she's saying, speak your mind. Okay, so make sure you do that for Grandma, and I'll leave her love with you, and I'll thank you both for working with me. Thank you, my darling. Okay, let's see who's next. Oh, beautiful lady. Okay, let's see. Who's next? Helen Mansell. Let's come to you, my darling. Sorry, just heard a noise outside. Okay, Helen. Let's have a card for you. Let's give him a good shuffle. Oh, oh. You have the High Priestess, my darling. Now, this is all about rest and relaxation. And again, it's about stepping into your own power. The High Priestess for me comes along when a sense of needing to be in control and needing to be in charge comes along. I feel like there's too many people trying to tell you what to do and how to do it at the moment. Does that make sense? I'll let you reply before I carry on because I need to make sure that I'm on the right wavelength with this. You're very welcome, my darling. I do know there's a few minutes delay on Facebook, so I'll just let you reply to that. Yes, it does. Thank you for that confirmation. Okay, so this is about the need for control and the need for taking in charge. But I get a lot of tears with you, my sweetheart. I feel like there's been everything's just happened all at once, and it's been so overwhelming that you can't do anything else but cry it out. And that is absolutely fine because crying is healing. So while you're crying, you're healing, but you have all the love of spirit. Look at the beautiful whites and golds there. You've got the love from spirit in abundance. And I do feel you've got love around you in abundance as well. I do feel like there is a lot of support around you. But again, this is about, if you look at the greys in the cloak that the angel is wearing, this is about compromise as well. Yeah, I can feel that, my sweetheart. And I feel like because of all the tears and because things have been so overwhelming, this is why you felt out of control. It's almost like you're not in control of your life anymore because other people seem to have taken it over. And it's time. Again, it seems to be the theme of the night. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to tell them to stop. You need to tell them that you need to do you for a little while. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting goosebumps. You felt spirit around you, especially late in the afternoon or at night time, I want to say, because I'm getting goosebumps all down my legs and all down my arms, and I'm feeling the change in temperature. I feel like there's been a change of air around you when spirit have come around you, and this is them surrounding you with their wings, my darling. Okay, they want you to wipe them tears away, and they want you to realize that you still have the power within yourself to take control. You can take control of your own life. Do not let other people take you over and knock you down. Okay, it's time to get back up, wipe them tears, take all the healing from the angels. Yeah, you feel them. I know you feel them because I'm feeling them. That what they're putting on me is what they put on you. Um, but they want you to know how loved you are, my sweetheart, okay? And they are there to help lift you up and to help you carry on. Again, you've got the yellow in the card, and the yellow for me is all about upliftment, and it's all about wisdom, and it's all about knowledge. Make sure that when you tell these people that you need to take control, stop trying to control your life, you do that with wisdom and with facts. You don't need to shout. You don't need to argue. You just need to stick to the facts. This is me. This is what I want. This is what I need right now. I don't need you to be doing this, that, and everything else. Back it up. Just tell them, back off. Back it up. All right, my sweetheart, give yourself a breath. I feel very much like you need to give yourself a breath. And I do feel this is surrounding grief as well. I do feel there's people that have passed on, and I want to say parents. So let me know if your parents are in spirit well, please. Because I do feel that a lot of this grief is surrounding grief for your parents, and that you're missing them deeply and you still haven't grieved for them properly yet. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling, please. I'll let you reply to that before I carry on. As I'm saying that, I'm getting a cold wind rush past me, so I do know that they're with you. They're with you as I'm speaking. Let me know if that makes sense for you, my darling, please. Nan and Granddad were like my mum, dad, and I miss them. It's been a while since they've passed. Doesn't matter how long since they've been passed, my sweetheart. Yeah, I got parents, so these would have been your grandparents. They were like your mum and dad. Yeah, that would make sense then if they're coming through on a parental vibration. Um, but there's so much love and so much healing and so much. They know that you're grieving for them and they miss you too, but they want you to stop the tears and they want you to just do you. Yeah, they want you to heal and they want you to do you. Again, I'm not saying stop grieving. There's no time limit to grief, so I wouldn't dare tell anybody to stop grieving because it has to be done in its own time and it's an individual thing and it will take as long as it takes. But again, it's about looking at that light, following that abundance of love and healing and that upliftment and look into the positive. Yeah, think about the positives. Don't concentrate on the loss. Concentrate on how they were when they was here in the present. Okay, concentrate on the fun times that you had, and eventually you will remember them with happy tears through a smile. Yeah, you'll see something on telly maybe that makes you laugh and it will remind you of them, or you'll see in our program or hear a tune, just something to give you that little bit of upliftment. I do feel as well that Grandad had a sinus problem because I feel like my nose is really blocked. I don't know what, they're not saying what they pass from, but I do feel I've got a head cold. I feel it all in my head and all in my nose and all around my eyes. And I do feel that it was kind of like flu symptoms, I want to say. Um, I'm not saying this is what Grandad passed from, but I do feel this would be a condition that he would suffer from. He either had a really bad cold at some point just before his passing, or he had some sort of flu or pneumonia, because I'm really feeling it in my head and my nose. Oh, it's you with the hay fever. It's horrible. I'm just feeling really, really heavy in all in my face and my nose and my eyes. But Grandad's putting this on me, so that's why I thought it was Grandad. So that's my mistake. I shouldn't assume. Um, Grandad's reaching out and he's giving you a great big hug, my sweetheart. And as he's doing that, I've got Grandma, and Grandma's holding her hands in prayer. So I don't know if they was religious or if they had a religion, but Grandma's holding her hands like this, like she's wishing the best for you, like she's wanting the best for you. She's wanting you to smile again. She's saying you've got a beautiful smile and she wants you to smile again. And I'm closing my eyes and I do feel that, okay, you've been sending up prayers. She's putting this on me because she's showing me that you've been sending up prayers. Thank you for that, my darling. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling, please. I'm also getting an earache with Grandad, so I don't know if Grandad suffered with his ears, but I'm also getting an earache with Grandad as well. They're just letting you know that they're around you, my sweetheart, okay? And I want to give you ginger tea. Ginger tea will help with the sinuses and the hay fever, and also honey. Honey acts as an antihistamine, so if you eat honey on toast, um, that should help you with your hay fever, or drink it in tea. Yeah, she's showing me with the prayers and the hands and the prayers, so that would make sense for that. So again, thank you for that confirmation. All right, my darling, I'm going to leave Grandad's love and Grand's love with you, and I want to say to all of you, thank you for working with me. Nan drank ginger and loved ginger. You see, nothing like the memories, herbal remedies. So she's putting this in your mind as memories. That word came up for a reason. You love honey and ginger. There you go. Honey is the best thing for an antihistamine if you want to help your hay fever through a natural remedy. Honey is the best thing for it. Um, it helps your immune system become adapted to it. Because of course honey comes from nature, doesn't it? It comes from pollen. And ginger is good for all ailments. I swear by ginger tea. I absolutely love it. All right, my darling, I'll leave your grandparents' love with you because they're stepping back now. They just wanted to know that they was there and they're with you. Dry up the tears, start smiling again. All right, and know that you have the power to take control of your life. Do not let other people control what you do or what you say. Okay, my sweetheart. I hope that helps, and thank you and your grandparents for working with me. Much love, my darling. Oh, I prefer hot milk and honey, Gloria. Hot water and honey is okay with lemon for like when you've got a cold. But for a hot toddy, I have hot milk, whiskey, and honey. Thank you, Tanya. Okay, let's see who's next. Hope you're all enjoying this lovely weather. Thank you for joining me this evening, everybody. I really do appreciate taking time out of your Saturday evening to listen to me read for you. I do like reading for you, and I do like working with spirit. Um, it's nice to connect with you all and your loved ones. You're very welcome, Helen. Excuse my yawning. Tanya, I need to come to you because I feel tired with you, my darling. That yawn was for you. I do feel you've been doing a lot of yawning during the day because you're not sleeping at night either. You all need to get onto these herbal teas to sleep. Let's have a look. Card for Tanya, please. For Tanya, please. I feel very quiet with you as well, Tanya. I just feel like I need peace and quiet with you. Like everything seems loud, like too loud and overwhelming. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, I like herbal teas too. Let's have a look. Oh, the world is your oyster, my darling. You need to stop being that wallflower because the world is your oyster. And I do feel that the reason why you do so quiet is because you don't like to give all your cards away, so to speak. You like to keep things very close to your chest. I feel like there are plans being put in motion, but these are plans that you're keeping to yourself for the time being because you're not sure whether or not they're going to work out. And if they don't work out, you don't want to look silly. Does that make sense? But the Wheel of Fortune is all about the world being at your oyster. You have everything to hand, everything to plan, and everything is good to go and good to be successful. Everything's good to be successful. You've got the wearing of I don't know, the feathers from the angel there in the sky floating about. She's got her wings open, but she's holding on to the wheel like she's well balanced. And I feel this is you. I feel like you're well balanced at the moment. You're a very quiet person. Yeah, I feel that. I feel very, very quiet with yourself, but I don't blame you. And this is what leads people don't realize just how powerful that you are, how strong that you are. It's almost like, oh, okay. You're in the, okay. Well, this doesn't relate to that. This relates to something else. But there's definitely some plans. Spend a lot of time speaking with spirit. Don't give me too much information, my darling. I've had my dinner and I want to remain a medium, not a large. Boom, boom. I know, rubbish joke, innit? I try. I try. But no, this is about you having the world at your oyster and having all the tools to hand that you need to do and plan what you need to do and plan. There's no mistakes. The wings are open, the wind is blowing through her hair. You've got the feathers blowing all around, and you've got the beams coming all around as well. So I want to say that everything's flowing, everything's well balanced. Um, and you literally have the world at your feet. You literally have the wheel of fortune at your feet. Okay, my darling. Um, so just know that you're heading on the right tracks and everything is good and everything is as it should be. Just keep doing what you're doing. All right, my darling. I try. Okay, let's see who else. Who else have we got? Let's see who else have we got. Andrea. Andrea Reese. Hi, Moons. Haven't seen you here before. Welcome to Find Me Medium. Hi, Catherine. Okay, who? Andrea. Card for Andrea, please. You have the lost card, Andrea, so I do feel this is a bit of an obvious one. You feel lost. You feel lost at the moment. You're not quite sure which direction to go in. I almost feel like this card, this lady is walking in the dark, and I do feel this is you. I feel like you're walking blind at the moment with situations. Um, I don't want to say the blind leading the blind, but I do feel you're going in blind. So you need to find out all your facts. Does that make sense? There's some information that you're missing that you need to be able to walk to be able to know which direction to go in. So I want to say do your research, but she's also following the star there. And as I'm speaking, I've got somebody from Spirit coming in who's putting on. Take it off, please. I've got a gentleman coming in, and he's putting on me throat issues. I'm having trouble swallowing and I'm having trouble communicating. Would you understand a gentleman in spirit, please, that had trouble communicating and had trouble swallowing? I don't feel he had anything like a tracheotomy or anything like that, but I do feel that he had problems swallowing food, and I do feel that he was on a liquid diet towards the end. Again, it sounds very generic because most people who are sick end up on a liquid diet, but this was very specific. I don't want to say throat cancer, but he had something wrong with his throat. That's your dad. Okay, my darling. I think I've got dad with me then. Um, would you understand dad been having trouble speaking? It's almost like he couldn't get his words out quick enough. He knew what he wanted to say, he just couldn't get it out quick enough. Yes, bad throat. Okay, thank you for that confirmation. So dad has come through because he's also saying that you have been wandering a little bit in the dark in terms of a situation, in terms of people. He's saying, oh, he's making me talk how he talk. It's like I'm having to take a breath between sentences. And I'm almost I feel really dehydrated as well. Would you understand why there's diabetes with dad or diabetes in the family? Because he's putting on diabetes on me because I feel really dehydrated and I'm wearing one of them medical bracelets. I'm not saying that the person who's diabetic wore one of these, but because I wear one, it's how they relate to me for the symbolism. So I do know there's a diabetic in the family. If this isn't with dad, it's with somebody else. Okay. So dad's just come to say that you need to follow your gut. You need to follow your intuition. You have good intuition, you have good instincts, and you need to trust yourself. He's saying you don't trust yourself. And this has been causing a few tears as well. Again, it's about being overwhelmed and not knowing who to trust and which way to turn to and who to believe. Um, this isn't about who's wrong or right, he's saying. This is more about watching out for who's trying to manipulate the situation, who's trying to cause trouble. There are no sides. He's saying there are no sides. Would that make sense? No, you don't trust yourself. Thank you for that confirmation. He's saying you need to. He's saying you need to trust yourself to do what you need to do and say what you need to say. Okay, my darling? Take it off, please. Don't need to get that close to me, my sweetheart. Sorry, Dad's just getting a little bit too close. He's just trying to put across the urgency of the message. I feel Dad was he was very pushy when it came to people doing what they needed to do and standing up for themselves. He didn't like. He always supported the underdog. He always supported the underdog. And if he saw an injustice being done, he would stand up and he would say it, whether that person wanted to say it or not. Would you understand being like that? And this is what he's doing with you. He's being pushy with you. He's almost giving you a kick up the bum. He's saying you need a kick up the bum. That's not how he's saying it, but that's how I'm saying it, because I'm too polite to say what he's saying. He's saying you need a kick up the bum. So yeah, this is all about standing up for yourself, my darling. And once you find out the facts, and once you've realised there are no sides to take, the stress will ease off and you will feel less lost and you will know exactly what to do, what to say, and how to say it. Okay, my sweetheart? That's all you've got to do. Yeah, you're laughing because you know exactly what he's saying. He's a character, your dad. He is, he's a character. He's not liking the fact that I changed his words. He's saying you need to say it how it is, and that's all well and good. But we're on a public platform, Dad. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't realise that I can't say what he's saying on a live platform. But this is how Dad would be. He would say exactly how it is, and he wouldn't hold no bars. I can't say that. Right, I'm going to say call a shovel, not a spade. He's saying SH1T is SH1T, not POO. Cheeky. He is cheeky, bless him. I feel Dad would like a drink as well. I wouldn't say he was a big drinker, but he was a social drinker. So he'd be the one to go down to the pub on a Friday or a Saturday night and have a few bevies with the boys. Um, Lots of vows and lies around me. Yeah, Dad's seeing this and he's saying you need to stand up for yourself and take yourself out of the situation, my darling. Okay, and this is why you're feeling lost. So find out the facts, find out who's doing what, follow your instincts, take this kick up the bum that your dad's giving you, and basically call a spade, and it will sort the rags out from the riches, if you know what I mean. All right, my darling, I will leave that with you, and I will leave your dad's love with you, my sweetheart, and thank you both for working for me, with me, for me, with me. All right, that is my hour up, people. I can't believe how quick that's gone. It's after 7 already. So I have been Stace Shaw. You can find me at Stace Shaw 180 on Facebook. You can contact me through FindMeAMedium, or you can contact me through spiritualpsychicstv.co.uk. I'm also part of them as well. This has been my divine guidance oracle deck, which you can order from spiritualpsychicstv.uk/cards if you would like a deck. There's only a few decks left. They are limited edition. So if you would like one, PM me and I will give you the link to them, and we will see about getting you a deck. Okay, I will love you and leave you, people. I will be back again on Monday evening at 7 o'clock. Until then, be safe. God bless. Lots of love. Mwah.